Greetings, Divine Radiance. How are you today? Welcome to your Wednesday Live Empower Hour. Okay, I'm all in your grill. Don't mind me. Don't pay me no, never mind. I was adjusting. So I'm just going to wait for more of you to go ahead and join me. Remember, we go live every Wednesday. Our new time is now 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So set your reminders, plan to join us. Someone just got on. Who's on? Leave a comment. Let me know who you are. Thank you so much for joining. I feel like everyone is getting adjusted to the new time. We spent time not having our empower hours. And so, hi, Charmaine. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome. Welcome. So now everyone's getting adjusted to the new time. How are you doing today? How are you both feeling today? Let me know how you're doing. Oh, okay. Charmaine said I went live in the group today, but my internet was terrible. Well, I will be checking it out. Depending on what time we're done with Empower Hour, I may end up checking it out tomorrow. And did you tag me? Make sure you tag me in the videos you'd like me to see. Awesome, Cheryl. Today I'm hurting a bit. I had physical therapy, and my spine is hurting pretty bad today. So we let today be more of a restorative. I came home and called myself taking a nap, and I ended up just laying in bed. So yeah, hey Mimi, welcome. But thank you for asking. Overall, I do notice some things improving, but today is a bit of a tough day. So yeah, yeah. So I would have, if I had given y'all advance notice, I would have kept my butt in the bed, actually. So Charmaine says, sending you healing energy. Thank you so much. And so it is. I appreciate it. So yeah. So I don't know if any of you would like to take the link for Empower Hour and share it. Charmaine, if you can share it in the United Light Beings Awakening group, that would be great. Mimi, I don't know if you'd like to share. Cheryl, I don't know if you're on Facebook or not, but after that, we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to share as well because, like I said, I don't believe people are used to our new time, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Okay. So let's see. Actually, you know what, Charmaine? I'll share it in the United Light Beings Awakening group. And if you can share it in Activating You, that would be awesome. So let's see. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Thank you. And so let's see. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Mimi. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Samaj, I'm already on Empower Hour. What is it? My son knocked at the door. Uh-oh. I appreciate you all for bearing with me as we get this link shared. Okay. Thank you so much, Charmaine. Thank you. And let's see, I'm sharing it in United Light Beings right now. Yes, honey. It's up. My wallet's up there. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. So I'm excited to be with you guys today. Thank you for being here. And let's go ahead and get started with our breathing. Let's do that. Let's start with that. So just go ahead, unless you're driving, go ahead and close your eyes and take some slow, deep breaths and just allow yourself to relax and just set the intention that you are releasing everything that is not serving your highest good. So while you're breathing, I'd like you to visualize and feel yourself receiving love and light. And then with every exhale, feel and allow yourself to release all that's not serving you. And as you're breathing, I'll be sending Reiki to your heart chakra and your solar plexus. But keep in mind, the energy is intelligent. So it's going to go wherever it's called to go. And I'm going to be grateful to take in some of that energy too. I took a sacred bath the other day and I was giving myself Reiki. Next thing I know, I'm knocked out in the tub. So, okay, let's go ahead and get started. So inhale, slow and deep, love and light. And then exhale, releasing all that's not serving you. As you continue to breathe in love and light and continue to release all that's not serving you, I'd like you to just allow your shoulders to drop and relax with every breath that you exhale. And as you continue with this healing breathing, I am calling on highest light guides, angels, ancestors, healers, teachers, wise ones, ascended masters, and helpful companions of highest light and love. I call on you now, and I thank you for using me as a vessel of highest love and light. I thank you for opening the hearts, the minds, and the souls of those I'm called to serve today so that they may receive whatever message is for them. I thank you, and so it is. So just continue to breathe in love and light and continue to release through your exhale. And as you're breathing, I'd like you to bring your attention to your crown chakra located at the top of your head. And just give your crown chakra permission to open, opening your crown chakra now. And allow yourself to feel divine love and light pouring in through your crown, feeling that loving golden energy just pouring in and feeling it travel down to your third eye, feeling it extending out to your ear chakras. Feel it traveling down to your throat chakra, down to your heart, down to your solar plexus. And feel that energy traveling down to your sacral and your root. Feel it in your thighs, your knees, your calves. Feel it in your ankles and your feet. And you may notice a tingling sensation in your feet. Go ahead and just focus on the soles of your feet and feel as roots begin to grow, allowing them to penetrate whatever surface your feet are resting on. And feel those roots penetrating the earth's surface and traveling down to the core of Mother Earth, taking a moment to stop and send her energy of gratitude, love, and healing, and just connect to her heartbeat and just feel all the love that Mother Earth provides to you traveling in through those roots. Feel it traveling up those roots and up into the soles of your feet, up into your ankles, your calves, and your knees. Feeling it in your thighs and your root chakra, your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your ears, and feeling it traveling up and out through your crown chakra. And feel as Mother Earth's energy connects to your highest source of love and light. Allow the two energies to intertwine and dance, and then bring it back down through your crown and just feel it as it gently and lovingly disperses throughout your entire cellular being, elevating any healing work that you're doing on yourself, elevating the energy that's being sent to you now, and just continuing to loosen and release all that's no longer serving you. And just allow yourself to sit with that energy for a while, taking those slow, deep breaths, inhaling love and light, and exhaling all that's not serving you. Feeling the love from the divine surrounding you, the love from your ancestors supporting you, the love from your angels guiding you. And just tell yourself, I am worthy to receive all things that are of highest light and love. I am capable of creating all that my heart desires, and I am loved and supported in all that I do. And so it is. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes and let me know how you're feeling. Hey, Tia Lynn, welcome, welcome. Now, is this Tia Lynn or Diamond? Because I know sometimes you guys get on each other's. Welcome. I'm glad that you were able to get on. Glad you were able to get on. So let me know how you all are feeling. And I'm going to pull our I am card for this week. So let's see, what are we receiving this week, Spirit? What do you have for us? This wasn't the one from last week, was it? I don't remember. If you remember, let me know. It says, I am a brilliant, energetic being with limitless ideas and potential. And so it is. I am so happy and grateful. I am a brilliant, energetic being with limitless ideas and potential. And so it is. And so it is. Okay. I'm using the Archangel Michael deck today. Ooh, that one just flipped right on over. I don't know if you guys saw it. Spirit, what message do you have for us today as a collective? One that is rooted in highest light, love, and truth, and that will serve our highest good. Take both. Okay. And pull from top and bottom. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So the first card is spend more time outdoors. It says, my prayer. Thank you for motivating me to spend more time outdoors and for helping me relax and enjoy connecting with nature. Now, do you guys remember last week when we got the message from Spirit that oftentimes we do our grounding and all of our outdoors connecting in the months where it's warmer? And Spirit was telling us it's time for us to get outside in this weather because there are so many energies that we are not allowing ourselves to receive that are present in this time of year. So just like the seasons change, there are energies that are more prominent during those different seasons. And so we feel like, oh, it's cold outside. I'm not going to go out and ground, or it's cold. I'm not going to go sit in nature. And Spirit was telling us last week, and we're getting that message again, that we are being called to connect with some of these prominent energies that are available to us during the colder months. Now, if you feel like being brave and taking your socks and shoes off and grounding, going that deep with it, by all means do. But if you feel like that's a bit much, that's okay. Just be out there bundled up and just breathe in that crisp, refreshing air and just allow yourself to receive the messages, the downloads, the energies that are around you right now during this time of year. So, okay, we also have new beginnings and a fresh start. My prayer is thank you for bringing new opportunities and offering support and for helping me release and heal my past. Fill me with trust as I experience these life changes. So let's just talk about this for a moment. We are in a cycle of preparation that came through last week, and we are moving ourselves into this new abundant energy, right? This new abundant energy. And as I'm saying that, Spirit is saying each and every day we are moved into a new and abundant energy. But we oftentimes are stagnant in our movement because we're worried about yesterday, right? We're worried about yesterday. How could I have fixed yesterday? And Spirit is saying the way you fix yesterday is by focusing on today and making sure tomorrow isn't a repeat of yesterday, right? So it's time for us to allow ourselves to receive these downloads the Spirit has been prompting us to receive. You know, it's like someone knocking at your door, the phone ringing, and we're just sitting there like, I don't hear it. I mean, I'm guilty of that, you guys. I used to tell my friends all the time, don't just come by my house, because if you do, I'm not answering the door. But don't take it personal, because I'm not even going to look to see who it is. So if you see my car and you know I'm here, it's not personal. And that's how some of us are acting as it relates to our up level. Like Spirit is like, here are the messages, here are the signs, here is the guidance. And we're just sitting there like, nope, I'm not even going to pick up. I'm not even answering. So Spirit is saying now is the time for us to slow down. And number one, ask ourselves, why are we resistant to the change that's being presented to us? Why are we still fearing the up level? Now, this may seem, I'm hearing like a repeat, right? A repeat, but Spirit is saying some of us are still afraid to shine. Some of us are still afraid to live in all of our glory and in all of our potential. I was watching someone's live yesterday, I believe, and he was saying that oftentimes we minimize and we call it humility, right? And he was like, it is okay to not be humble because I am the only one that exists in my universe. So it serves me to hype myself up, right? And so literally what that means is we are our own universe, right? We are our own world, our own planet, and everything that we experience, we're creating. So no one else is responsible except for us. And we're here living in this 3D realm doing miraculous things, and it is good to hype yourself up. Now, with that being said, you know, there's a difference between being arrogant, right? There's a difference. Arrogance and minimizing is different, right? I don't know if you guys remember when I shared the story about the plant where I had the two plants when I was still living in Washington State, and how the smaller plant was actually the stronger, more vibrant plant. But the larger one, when you looked at it, you would think that was the one that was stronger. And as it was losing its leaves, Spirit had a very powerful message for me. And that message was, people perceive you as the weaker plant because you present yourself as that, right? You are striving to be humble. You're going out of your way to be humble, and you don't have to because you are humble. It's not something you have to do or have to strive to be because you just are. And so this is what's coming through. Some of us are in this energy where we have connected to our gifts. We have done the work. We have elevated above those that were marching with us beforehand. And so in order to not make them feel away, we tend to dim. And Spirit is saying, hello, stop it. You're shining and elevating because you're the light that's going to help them find their way up, right? So it's time for us to embrace the new beginnings. Let's see what you all are saying. Hey, Alata. Hey, Mom. Hey, Pat. So yeah, so this is coming through very, very strong. And it's a common theme. It's that concept of little miss or little Mr. Know-it-all, right? How many of you that have activated your gifts are connected to the divine intentionally, right? Very much so aware of your abilities and your gifts, and you tend to dim or keep it to yourself because you are choosing not to appear in that way, right? And Spirit is saying, just like it goes, if I bring it to you, right? If I bring it to you, I'm gonna get you through it. Well, Spirit is saying, if I bring it to you, it's up to you to share it, right? Nothing is given to you at this point in vain. Now, you can ask to be guided on when, where, and how to share it. But if you get it, you're meant to share it. And I'm hearing the song, This Little Light of Mine. Spirit is saying, your light is shining. Don't cover it up, right? Don't cover it up. Don't put the flame out. Allow it to become huge. I'm hearing a rip roaring fire, right? So, yeah. We have energy healing work. Thank you for sending healing energy to me and through me for my own blessings and for all those around me. Thank you for connecting me to loving and high integrity healers and teachers of energy healing modalities. So instantly when I saw this card, this is awesome because Gillian is doing a special on her energy healing. So the sessions are now $50. It's a special that's going on until Spirit says to end it, and you can get packages in 12 and 4. And there's no limit to how many, right? As long as it's on, you can utilize that. If you have not experienced a session with Gillian, or if you have, and I'm saying this right now, and your soul is saying it's about time for another one, now is the time, right? Now is the time, because there are so many aspects to our healing journey. There's the mental, there's the emotional, there's the spiritual, there's the physical, but there's also the energetic, right? There's the energetic. And we can't say one is more important than the other, but oftentimes we're focusing on the ones that are more, I'm hearing the word relevant to us, right? And those that are more relevant to us are the ones that I'm hearing can see more in the physical. Now, as that was coming through, I was hearing dreams. So let's see why they're telling me dreams while this message is coming through. What is it about dreams that you like to talk about? Okay. So what they're telling me is time for you to start healing in your dreams, but they're also playing that song, things aren't what they seem. It's only in your dreams. And I don't even know if those are the actual lyrics to that song, but these are the lyrics that they're giving to me. And it's that song, things aren't what they seem. It's only in your dream. In my head, it sounds like it's like from the 80s, I believe. But, anyways, that's what they're telling me. So, the way that you can begin healing in your sleep is that unconscious mind command that we've spoken about in the past. Unconscious mind while I'm sleeping, dreaming, and thinking. Assist me with healing all the things that do not belong to me, all the things that do not serve me from this lifetime and every lifetime that I have existed, starting now. And so it is. So the main thing to remember is unconscious mind while I'm sleeping, dreaming, and thinking. Right. And then you state whatever you're commanding your unconscious mind to do. And then you state a start time. Now, we're saying starting now because spirit is mentioning dreaming. So in your sleep state, allow that time to be that time where your body is healing, where your energy is receiving healing, where your spirit is receiving healing, where your mind is receiving healing, right? I'm being told to tell you, you've also got to know that you are protected and covered. You are protected and covered. There's this feeling of fear that's coming up right now. It's a feeling of fear. And what spirit is saying that it's not like, usually we talk about the fear that's being pushed out in the collective, but what spirit is saying is that there's pockets of fear and they're coming from so many angles and they're fearing so many things, right? It's not like the same thing for everyone. It's not like just this collective fear that's amongst us all that we're sharing. It's like this person is fearing one thing, this person's fearing another thing, and it almost is coming through like a honeycomb, just a fear, right? A fear. So I'm being told to tell you to send healing to the world, right? Send healing to the world. Like literally just take a time out. When you meditate, when you're done with your meditation and you've received your healing, then just take a moment and just visualize the earth, right? Just visualize the earth and see yourself around the earth, above it, beneath it, right? If you're above it, send healing this way. If you're around it, send it this way. Outreach, stretch your arms and send it. If you're below it, send it this way. But just visualize you holding Mother Earth and sending healing for everyone and everything that's on Mother Earth, right? That's coming through really strong. It's about us energetically ending the fear, right? And I'm receiving the fear is coming through like a residue. A lot of the fear, it's not even anything that is confronting us now, or it's not anything that we're facing now. It's just residue from that idea that there is something to fear at all times. And for some of us, it's passed on for different reasons. Some of us is generational, right? It's passed on from slavery days. Some of us it's passed on before that. Some of us it's passed on during the biblical times. Witnessing influencers losing their lives due to them standing up and speaking the word, right? Some of us have incarnated in the era of civil rights. Some of us it comes from that. Some of us were burned at the stake. But there are these energies of fear that's coming to the surface. And so spirit is saying to feel it, acknowledge it, and push it out. Allow it to be pushed out and call on your healing angels, your healing guides of highest light and love to help bring that out of you, right? To bring it out of you. And also focusing on the heart center, right? It's sitting right there for so many of us. So focus on bringing it out, right? So let's see what you all are saying. Charmaine said 222 in California. Pat said, yes, I sense it in a lot of people around me. Yeah. And typically we think, oh, it's everything that's going on. But what spirit is saying is everyone that's living in fear right now or feeling that energy of fear, it's not that. It's coming from many different aspects of lives that we've lived, even past, I'm hearing past lives in this lifetime. So who we were, past experiences in this lifetime, some of it is from that as well. And so we also have your home is protected by angels. And it says, Archangel Michael, thank you for watching over my home and inhabitants. I ask that you post guardian angels at each window and door, ensuring its security. Thank you for guiding my finances so that I can easily afford to pay my rent, mortgage, or taxes. And so what I was receiving as I was reading this is that Spirit is saying that it's time for some of us to do that deep cleaning, smudging our homes. After we smudge, make sure we're bringing in those high vibe energies, not just clearing and then leaving it as a blank slate. Just like we charge our crystals, we program our crystals. Spirit is telling us to do the same with our home, washing your floors with Florida water, even taking your walls, wiping the walls, wiping the windows. But it's time to protect your home. It's time to, if you haven't protected your entire home in a while, it's time to do that. And also, Spirit is bringing back that metaphor again, relating to our temple as far as ourselves, right? So for some of you, it may be time to take a sacred bath, right? I'm being told it may be time to soak your feet in blessed salts. And I'm being told to tell you it's also time for you to serve your fellow man. And it was something about the soaking of the feet, right? It's time for you to serve your fellow man. Now, you may not actually go out and kneel and wash someone's feet. You may, you may. But Spirit is saying it's about helping someone who has lost their ability to see the God within, helping them to see that within themselves. So if there is someone who is striving to be their best selves, right? And they just keep, it seems like in their minds, I can't get it together. No matter how hard I try, I keep bumping my head, right? Whomever that is, if there is someone like that in your life, not an energy vampire, but someone who is truly striving, but they just don't have access to those tools. They haven't figured out the roadmap to activate those tools and gain access, right? Spirit is saying, whomever that is in your life, take them under your wing and show them their inner divinity. Help them to see it. Now, of course, being the detached witness, right? Being the detached witness, we're not going to show them and be so invested that if they don't take these steps and take this direction and this guidance, that we're going to push, right? Set it and forget it is what Spirit is saying. Release the information and then let it go. So I'm being told you have work to do. And now you're moving out of the period where your energy was solely focused on you, right? Now, of course, we're never going to stop healing ourselves, maintaining our healing. We're never going to stop serving self, right? But what Spirit is saying, many of us have been in this energy of, I'm not ready. Although we may have spoken the words of, I'm ready, but energetically, we've been feeling, I'm not ready. And we've been sitting in the wings, healing ourselves, getting our strength up. And Spirit is saying, now it's your time to begin helping others. Now is the time. When January 1st comes, you are to be well in your service arena. It doesn't have to be a job. It doesn't have to be anything like that. It can be, but you're being told to begin opening your energy to serve. Don't play small. You're ready. Now is the time. So many of you have forgotten that you are teachers by nature, and it's time to remember. We've talked about how when we think in terms of our ancestors and our guides and our angels, our divine spirit team of light and love, right? We often forget that our past selves are also a part of that divine spirit team. So you've been a teacher before. You've been a healer before. You've been a light warrior before, a light bearer before. And Spirit is saying, connect to all of your higher selves. There's more than just one. And allow that aspect of you to come in and take over. I'm hearing take the reins. Okay, let's see what you're saying. Hey, Michonne, how are you? Let's see. Charmaine said, yes, past lives. Alana said, girl, I just smudged this room so good, and I've been cleaning for the past few hours, wiping and sanitizing everything. Awesome. Yes. It's time. And I know my home can use a thorough, like when Spirit was saying, it's like opening the drawers, Open the closets, getting in there, every nook and cranny, your cabinets, even open your stove, you know what I mean? Your refrigerator, your freezer, every corner of your home. Clean it, right? Clean it. And if you guys haven't started placing, I don't know if you have anywhere at the entrance of your home where you can place a stand with a white candle, and you can even sprinkle a little salt on the stand in a circle, around the parameter of it. But light that white candle when you're expecting guests, because what that does is it helps to minimize the energy of that person, right? That may be low vibrating, because not every low vibrating energy. Usually, when we protect and when we smudge, we set the intention that anything that does not mean us well, right? That chooses or is seeking to cause us harm. But what spirit is saying is not everyone who carries low vibrating energy is seeking to cause you harm. So when you light that candle, it helps to also minimize that energy that's low vibrating. Maybe it's the mood, maybe it's disappointment, maybe it's fear, right? But they're carrying that with them. And just like we leave fragmented pieces of our souls when we experience pains or traumas of any sort, when we're carrying that low vibrating energy and we go around someone whose energy is elevated and we communicate with them and we connect with them energetically, right? Some of that low vibrating energy gets left where we felt that ease and that release, right? So it's really important that we are preventing those energies from staying. I'm also saying a feather, like after someone leaves your home, taking a feather. You can even take your sage or Palo Santos or whatever, and literally, I'm hearing the word sweeping it out of your home, right? You can even get a broom and sweep the energy out of your home. Get you a spray bottle, put some Florida water, put a little salt. You can even squeeze a little lemon juice in it, put some water in it, shake it, and now you have a spiritual cleaning solution, right? You can spray that and then sweep, right? So, yeah, it's important. And I heard again, protect your neck, protect your neck. So let's see what you're saying. So, Pat said, yes, I've been guiding a young lady and now my aunt. Beautiful, beautiful. Pat said, I will definitely be taking a spirit bath. Spirit already shared that with me. I've been collecting flowers for it. Awesome. Awesome. I'm so grateful. Pat and Michonne said, I receive it. Beautiful. Spirit said, it's time. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. It says, use your imagination and you'll see the answers. My prayer, dear God, thank you for granting me the wisdom and creativity to see your miracles in new and unexpected ways. I gratefully and gracefully accept and appreciate your help, and then describe the situation. So I'm going to hold this up in case you'd like to take a screenshot. Can you guys see that? And I don't know if it looks backwards to you when you see it. Hi, Michaela. Welcome. Welcome. So I'm just being told now is the time for you to tap into your inner child and use your imagination. How many of you are still taking intentional time out of your day and like literally just breathing in that good old prana, baby? Like what's that guy's name? Deep waters, diving deep. Like he says, how many of us take those intentional breaths and then we just allow ourselves to feel good inside, and then we start seeing the things that we're walking into, the things that we're choosing, right? Now, oftentimes when we're manifesting and we're visualizing things like more money, more trips, a home, a vehicle, a job, you know what I mean? Relationships. But what I'd like you to do for the next 7 days from now into our next Empower Hour, I'd like you each day to take time, and I'd like you to do that same exercise, but allow yourself to visualize and feel happy. Allow yourself to visualize and feel whole. Visualize and feel complete. Feel peace and balance and healthy boundaries, right? Visualize that. Make that your focus. Make that your self-love, self-acceptance, security, right? Freedom. That's what I like you to focus on. So for the next 7 days, just take a little bit of time Take in those deep, slow breaths, right? And then allow yourself to visualize peace, happiness, self love, acceptance, security, freedom, right? Fearlessness, right? Just allow yourself to feel all of those things. And then as you're feeling it and you're seeing it, set the intention to allow the vibrational frequency of those things to come in through your crown and then just feel it going throughout your entire cellular being, right? And activating those things within you so that now you're vibrating at the frequency of these things. Okay. Do that for the next 7 days. And then let me know during Wednesday Live and Power Hour what you experience. Now, in total, do it for 21 days. But let's see what happens after the first 7 days. Let me know what you're noticing, how you're feeling, what you're attracting, right? So we're not focusing on anything materialistic. We're not focusing on anything tangible. We're not focusing on anything that has to do with finances. We're solely focused on the vibrational frequencies of high vibrating feelings. Okay. Bring in your senses of sight. So close your eyes and see it in your mind's eye. Bring in your sense of smell. What would it smell like if you were just fully vibrating at the frequency of self love? What does self love smell like to you, right? Even if it has a taste, and do that for each one of those things. Just allow yourself to see what it would look like if you were in that frequency. Okay. And let me know. I'm excited. I'm excited. So Michonne said, yes, I love that, especially being super sensitive and empathic. Yes, a lot that said I've been manifesting more discipline, peace, and to have strength in all areas I not as strong in. And so it is. A lot that said I just chose to be a better individual for myself. Yes. And that is where it starts. So many times we say, I am doing this for my children. I am doing this for fill in the blank, right? But the only way it's going to stick is if we're doing it for ourselves, right? If we're doing it for ourselves. And I'm also hearing and for a cause greater than self, right? And I'm going to explain that because as that message was coming through, I was thinking about how all those years that I struggled with my weight, whether I was small or big, there was a struggle. And it was like there were times when I would do things to lose weight, right? And the moment that I started to shift from losing to releasing and being healthy, things began sticking. So in the past, fasting for me, it was never easy because it was always done for the physical appearance. When it became spiritual, it was a piece of cake, right? It was a piece of cake. So, what Spirit is saying is not only are we being called to do things and shift things for ourselves, we're also being called to do it for a cause greater than ourselves. And what Spirit is saying, that cause is still you, it's just your higher self, right? It's your higher self. So Spirit is incorporating your mission and why you're here, right? And the way I'm receiving it, they're giving it to me in like a visual, a feeling. They're not really giving it to me in words. So I'm going to put it together the best I can. But it's almost like they're showing me multiple versions of you. And although when we think in terms of serving, we oftentimes relate that to how we are helping others benefit their lives, right? But what they're showing me is there is a you amongst those that you're serving. So there's a you here in the higher state. There's a you in the area of those you're serving. And also there's another you that gains the feeling of fulfillment through your service, right? So as you are serving from your higher self, your higher perspective, you are also serving yourself that exists in the 3D to be better, do better, as in more of who you are on a soul level, right? And then you're also serving in the realm of fulfillment, right? That part of you that chose to come here, answer this calling, live this mission. So it's all back to you, right? And then as they're showing me that, they're telling me like the Holy Trinity, the Blessed Trinity is not just mind, body, soul, right? It's also those three versions of yourself. And then they're singing, yes, self, 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 da-da-da, da-da-da, oh, self, self, self. So they're being kind of silly. I see what you're saying. Um, Alada said, I just spoke with my family about this. On my birthday, we had a Zoom gathering, and I told them, this is exactly what I want. Well, cancel what you want. It's what you're choosing. And so it is. Pat said, yes, visualizing serves our highest good. Thanks for the inspiration to do this more. You are so welcome. Yes. And the thing is, oftentimes when we're manifesting, we're doing a portion of manifesting, right? We're either thinking, speaking, seeing, right? Believing. But Spirit is saying now take it a step further, engage your senses. The more of you that you engage in your visualization will help you to bring whatever you're visualizing into the reality of now, right? Into the reality of now. So oftentimes we focus on one of those things or the other. And Spirit is saying now bring them all together so that you're even more in your power of being the alchemist, the magician that you are. So this says eternal love. Help me perceive all of the love that surrounds me so that I can feel safe, receiving, expressing, and giving love. I'm just being told to ask how many of you are feeling doubtful when it comes to love. And this is how it's coming through. Not just like in a romantic capacity. It's coming through like if someone is being nice to you, how many of you wonder, okay, why are they being nice? What are they about to ask me for? What do they have up their sleeve? Right? How many of you associate random acts of love with strings being attached? And think about it for a minute because you may be used to existing in the energy of love with those that you're comfortable with. So when I first say that, it may not register, but just take a moment to breathe a little bit deep and then expand that connection of the energy of love to those that you aren't comfortable with. People that just show up in your life offering you things, whether it's emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, or materialistic, right? Spirit is saying it's time for us to get in that energy once again of knowing that we're worthy. Because when we know that we're worthy, we don't only trust in random acts of love, we expect it, right? Because that is actually normal. We've been programmed to believe that people doing this with love, right, and kindness, right, and anything that feels good, we're so used to it being held so close, or it's only given to those that they have a familial connection with, or you know what I mean? And even then it's still iffy. And Spirit is saying, understand, as you are shifting, so is your world around you, right? So is your world around you. Remember, we are our own universe. We are our own planet. We are our own temple, right? So your world is shifting as you shift. As your vibration elevates and shifts, what you receive and attract does the same. So as you're receiving these random acts of kindness and love, don't push them away out of fear. And I also heard suspicion, which Spirit is saying is also an aspect of fear. You've done the work to receive more, to receive better, to receive gifts and blessings randomly from random people, random situations. So accept it. It's more fuel for your fire, is what Spirit just said. Okay. I was just told to look up the number 4345. Let's see what that message is for us. 4345. Okay, 4345. What you got, Spirit? What you got? Mhm. Okay, so it says angel number 4345 is a symbol of creativity and dynamic change. It tells you to adapt your habits to your current situation and not be too stiff. It also says that you need, but we're going to cancel delete need. It serves your highest good to receive a great dose of creativity and passion in your life to feel alive again. Okay, so now let's see. Uh, okay, so it breaks down to the number 7. But before it gets to 7, it's 16. So let's look that up because the Joanna Sacred Scribe isn't coming up for that number. The one that did come up, Spirit said, read that and then break it down. So let's go ahead and see what 16 is telling us, or the number 16 is telling us. And it's no coincidence that it breaks down to 7. You know, that change that Spirit was just bringing through, that change is amongst us, that shift is amongst us. So you are going to begin receiving an influx in random kind acts. Now, this is granted, you are adjusting your vibration, your DNA, right? And you're choosing to see the best in all things, right? This doesn't mean that we're living in an illusion and we are naive, right? That's not what it means. But as you change what you I'm hearing, I heard both expect and project, right? But they said expect first and project second, but they told me project first, second. So as you change, you will start to see things around you change. So Spirit is saying, prepare yourself for that. Understand that you have done the work and you are worthy. So don't get freaked out when people are just randomly nice, randomly offering things, randomly coming to your aid, right? Randomly blessing you in all areas. Spirit is saying that this is a time of increase and there is no more lack unless you manifest it. There is no more lack. You have learned the lessons associated with lack. So now allow yourself to come into the blessings of abundance because you've learned those lessons. Any lack that is existing in your life at this point, it's because you are creating it, you are manifesting it, and there's no reason for it anymore, right? So angel number 16 is a combination of the energies and attributes of the number 1 and 6. Number 1 resonates with new beginnings, striving forward, and progress, self-leadership and assertiveness, self-reliance and achievement, inspiration and attainment. The number 6 relates to love of home and family and domesticity, service to others and selflessness, responsibility and reliability, providing for the self and others, and nurturing. Number 16 resonates with personal willpower, independence, initiative, action, and overcoming obstacles. Angel number 16 is a reminder from your angels that your thoughts create your reality. Therefore, ensure that you hold only positive expectations about your life, lifestyle, and material issues. Trust that all your needs, or all that serves your highest good, all that you require, will be met as you live your life mission. Angel number 16 is a message that your angels, it says 1, your angels choose you to ask for their guidance and help in regards to the material aspects of your life. Listen to the messages from your intuition and inner wisdom as the angels are currently letting you know which choice to make and which steps to take that will ensure that you and your loved ones will have all that is required to maintain and sustain your daily needs, your daily requirements. Angel number 16 encourages you to maintain a positive attitude whilst the angels work with you to fulfill all that serves your highest good. So, pretty powerful solidifying what we've been receiving, right? It's like Spirit is telling us now is the time. I just heard pain no more, lack no more, fear no more, greed no more, right? And you know what Spirit is saying that greed is related to? That greed is related to information, right? That greed is related to not allowing others to serve you, always being the servant, right? That greed is not coming through in the way that we originally would associate greed with, but Spirit is saying, I'm hearing too much of a good thing is not a good thing. And now they're shifting gears and they're talking about the fact that some of us are still always the server, never the serve. Always the server, never the servee. We're always the ones serving, but we're never allowing ourselves to be served, right? And Spirit is saying it's time for us to get out of that, because anything that is not balanced does not serve us or anyone. And so if we're always the one giving and we're always the one serving, Spirit is saying to take a look within and ask yourself, why is that? For some, it can be control, right? If I'm the one giving, then I'm controlling the situation. For some, it can be fear, right? If I don't expect someone to give to me or assist me, I can't be disappointed, right? So Spirit is saying it's going to be different for everyone. But if you find yourself always being the one that is the giver and you're never the receiver, it's time for you to ask yourself, why is that? Now, typically we'll say, oh, this person, they just take, right? But why are we attracting those types of people? Because remember, anything we're experiencing, any person we're encountering, any situation that we're living in, it's all a result of something within, right? It's a reflection of some belief system that we're carrying within. So look at aspects of your life. Now, Spirit is going on from the server receiving, right? Look at different aspects of your life. Just go down the line, right? Emotionally, where are you? How are you feeling emotionally? Spiritually, where are you? How are you feeling? Mentally, where are you? How are you feeling? Physically, where are you? How are you feeling? Financially, where are you? How are you feeling? Love and career, same question, right? Literally go down the list, get out a journal and a pen, and each item, just take a moment to meditate and to feel, connect with your soul. Don't attempt to answer those questions logically or based on, well, I think or I believe. Get out of here. Remember last week Spirit said get out of your head, get into your heart. But just allow yourself to connect with your soul, putting that hand on your heart chakra, that other on your solar plexus, and just connect. Where am I spiritually? How am I feeling about my spirituality? Do you feel ready? Or do you feel some fear and hesitance, right? Maybe you don't even associate the hesitance with fear. Do you just feel hesitant, right? Each category, ask yourself, where am I? And then go into, what can I do to shift that? If you aren't experiencing a life where you wake up each day and you feel excited and ready, like, oh my goodness, another day, whoop, whoop, if you're not feeling that, Spirit is saying it's time to take self-inventory and figure out, where am I being called to adjust? Either turn it up, turn it down, or throw it away and start over completely, right? So let's see what you're saying. Michonne said, yes, come through, Spirit. Michonne said, gonna start driving home, but still listening. Awesome, awesome. Drive safe. Michonne said, yes, I get random acts of love all the time, even from strangers. People with are always shocked. People that you're with, I know it's divine. Yes, yes, absolutely. Black Obsidian said, are you doing mini readings? Yes, I am. I am. Not right now. We were still in our message, but I'm going to go ahead and share the link with you. So if you're interested in a mini reading, you can go ahead and use the link, and the order that the payments come in will be the order that the readings go. Also, if you choose to use PayPal for the mini reads, please select friends and family for that, because when you don't, they charge a fee on my end. So if you are choosing to not use Cashapp for mini reading, then you use PayPal, select friends and family. Okay. So let's see. And thank you so much. Let's see what you're saying. Pat said, okay, Spirit, I'll be more open to receive. Yes. Because you know what? It's all about balance. As you said, that Spirit is saying it's all about balance, right? We can say, I'm open to serve. I'm ready to serve, right? But if we are not open to being served or ready to being served, there's an imbalance, right? And an imbalance disrupts the dynamics of our power. It disrupts the dynamics of our energy. So what Spirit is calling us to do is to find balance in all aspects of our lives. Where is the imbalance? Like right now, this laptop is leaning a little bit, but it's because of how I'm sitting, right? So where is there imbalance in our lives, right? Where is there imbalance? Wherever that imbalance is, Spirit is saying it's time to identify and be guided on what to do next, right? We don't have to think about what to do. We don't have to figure it out. We identify, and we identify with the help of spirit, right? Because there are some things that are so hidden, some things that are so pushed down that we're not even aware. We're just feeling the effects of them, but we're not fully aware of where it's coming from. Or we're feeling the effects and we're blaming it on something totally different. So Spirit is saying right now, it's a time to really connect with your divine spirit team. It's a time to really connect with self because we are at the finish line of releasing the old energy, right? We're going to move into a new state of existing where we're building new high vibe energies and new things that will become those things that we are leaving behind, right? But we are so done with all the things that have been hindering us thus far, right? And Spirit is saying it's time to uncover those things, uncover those reasons that our energy is stuck or stagnant in different aspects. And just because we're stuck and stagnant in some areas of life doesn't mean that we're going to be stuck and stagnant in every aspect. So even if you feel like I'm excelling in life, right? I'd still like you to do this exercise. Spirit is saying it's for all of us to do. Because listen, you may be excelling spiritually, but you may have a breakdown financially. You may be excelling in love, but mentally, you may not be, right? And I know these things sound, well, if I'm excelling here, how can I not be excelling here? Or if I'm not, how can I be there, right? Using these as an example, but what Spirit is saying is sometimes we tend to focus, right? Sometimes we tend to focus solely on what we're doing well, whereas others will focus solely on what we feel we aren't doing well. And so either way, we're still missing something. So Spirit is saying just take full self inventory, allow yourself to be shown, and then allow yourself to be guided. So let's see. Pat said it's 444 in Houston. It's 556 here. Michelle said, oops, when people are with me. Pat said, that's beautiful, Michelle. Pat said, I had that revelation today about lack. Yes, so good. So 556-444. I'm being told to look those numbers up for us. We're going to go with the 556 first and see what that message is for us. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, so I'm being led to read this and then go into Joanne's Sacred Scribes as well. But it says angel number 556 sends us a message about change and improvement. Your guardian angels are telling you that your life is soon going to change dramatically and you won't be able to do anything about it. Change in our lives happens for a reason and it serves our highest good, they said. It serves our highest good to be prepared to always grow and change along with the world. Now listen. After that word world came out, Spirit is reminding us, remember, we are our own universe, right? So energetically, you've been doing the work. Your world is changing. So now it's time to allow your mental, allow your emotions, allow your energy to change with it, right? Allow you to change with it. So it says, and they're bringing more into doing the work, but choosing to stay the same. It's like doing the work in vain. So Spirit is telling you to utilize the energies that you've created based on the work that you've done. So angel number 556 is a blend of the attributes of number 5 appearing twice, amplifying its influences and the vibrations of the number 6. Number 5 resonates with major life changes, making important choices and decisions, promotion and advancement, adaptability and versatility, personal freedom and individuality, life lessons learned through the experience and resourcefulness and adaptability. Number 6 adds its vibrations of love of home, family and domesticity, honesty and integrity, responsibility, compassion and empathy, provision and providing, and the material aspects of life. Angel number 556 suggests that you move forward with ideas and plans as they will prove to be more beneficial in all ways for yourself and your loved ones. Trust that the changes taking place in your life are aligned with your divine life purpose and soul mission. And the angels will ensure that you will have all that's required along the way. Angel number 556 suggests that wonderful new opportunities will miraculously appear with help from your angels. When you live your life being true to yourself and honest with others, you manifest positive energies and desired results and outcomes. So I'm being told to read that again. Angel number 556 suggests that wonderful new opportunities will miraculously appear with help from your angels. So there are those random acts of kindness, right? That spirit is talking about. You remember in the past where we've had the conversation how we don't always receive payment from this realm, right? Like the person, say you provide a service, they don't pay you, right? That's not the only way our payments come. When you can look at situations like that, even and say, you know what, spirit used me for a purpose, for whatever purpose. Maybe it's not meant for me to know what that purpose is specifically, but I know if it happened, it served my highest good and the highest good of whomever I was called to serve. And I know that my blessing will come because it's all about an equal exchange of energy. But what we are being called to do is stop thinking that exchange of energy is going to come from one source, right? So these random acts of kindness are not random at all. It seems random because of how it's being delivered, but it is your payment from some good deed that you've done in the past where you didn't necessarily receive that payment, right? So Spirit is just saying to remember that. When you live your life being true to yourself and honest with others, you manifest positive energies and desired results and outcomes. Call upon the angels whenever you choose, as they are always with you. You can also expect some positive new additions to your home and or family, and these are to be appreciated and accepted with grace, as when you have an attitude of gratitude, more good comes your way. And it breaks down again to number 7. Okay, y'all, Spirit is telling us now, number 7, number 7, number 7. Let me see what y'all are saying before we go into 444. Pat says, yes, it's a cycle of giving and receiving. This has been wonderful, but I've got to go take a client call. Love you guys. Love you too, Pat. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. And now let's go ahead and look at 444. And then we are going to be wrapping up this portion of Empower Hour. So it says, overall, when number 444 repetitively appears on your daily path, it is a divine message to help you remember that angels are close by and they are ready to assist you in all parts of your life. All you have to do is ask them for help and guidance, and they will be ready to support you. Okay. Okay, I was just told to tell you, take off the mask and allow yourself to be seen. Allow yourself to be seen. How have you been hiding yourself? Some of us, Spirit is saying, we've been hiding ourselves as an attempt to protect our energy. We've been hiding ourselves as an attempt to protect our reputations. We've been hiding ourselves as an attempt to make peace with who we are in the now. Whatever the case may be, Spirit is just saying to also take a look at how you may be wearing a mask and what area of your life you may be wearing a mask. Some, it may be code switching, that's a real thing, not being yourself in the workforce. But Spirit is just saying now is a time for you to fully embrace yourself and all of your divine glory and wisdom, all of your divine love and peace and infiniteness, right? So when you begin to embrace yourself fully, the world will begin embracing you in a different way as well. And there's still going to be some people that don't get it. And that's okay. Because guess what? You're not going to be experiencing those people. You're going to start experiencing the ones that do. So Spirit is just saying, now is the time. Now is the time. Michonne said, yes, that message about receiving makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah. And it's so funny because you guys, I don't know if all of you know this, But Gillian and I started in the capacity of me being her life coach, right? We had the Activating You retreat. She was at the first annual retreat, and we started with me serving her in RIM, and that's how our relationship started. And now it has transitioned to where I tell you guys, Gillian is my go-to for my energy healing and maintenance. And so the tables have turned. But had I not been open to being the receiver, I wouldn't be experiencing all this assistance that I received through our exchange, right? So Spirit is saying, not only are we being called to allow ourselves to receive, but we're also being called to remember. You guys know how I always say we are both the teacher and student at the same time. Always, we're always the teacher and student. Like we walk that path of teacher and student like this. It is always parallel, always together. We're never more of the teacher and less of the student and more of the student. It's always equal, right? That's our balance. We're both, right? Our duality. And so Spirit is telling us to be comfortable in being both, especially as you move into that position of leadership, serving, right? I'm hearing even serving on a platform. It's important for you to understand that you are always the student, which is the receiver, right? And the teacher's the giver. So yeah. So okay. So I'm being called to pull one more card from this deck, and then we'll go into the mini reads. I don't know how many of you are receiving mini reads today, but if you are, let me know. And from the bottom and the middle. All righty then. Okay, got it. So it says this situation is already resolved. It also says it's time to leave this unhealthy situation and be gentle with yourself. So here's the first card. And I feel like this message is real specific. Like this may resonate on these three together, it may resonate with someone on a really deep level. But it says, I give my worries, cares, and concerns to you in exchange for the true peace in all ways. Thank you for resolving this. And then give details on the situation. So one of the things that's coming through, the message of everything that happens in my life serves my highest good has been coming through really strong today, because Spirit is saying, when you really utilize that knowing, right? That knowing, you can show up in this belief system that it's already resolved. Everything that happens in my life serves my highest good, so it is already resolved. If Spirit tells me to do it and I do it, it doesn't matter what it looks like to me, what it feels like, what it sounds like to me or anybody else. It is already resolved. There is never a problem or an issue. Naturally, we create problems and issues through resistance, right? Through the lack of understanding that it is already done. It is already taken care of for you. You have this whole host of angelic angels, this whole angelic army that is here to assist you, and realms beyond this one, whose power is beyond the power that the mind can even fathom. And when you understand how strong and powerful they are, you understand it is already done. Call on your support system. Allow them to do the heavy lifting. And you just sit back and breathe and meditate. Breathe and meditate. And even when you're facing what we identify as an issue, that's when you take that time and you connect and you say, I'm turning it over. It's already resolved. It's already healed. It's already done. And then go into that visualization exercise we just talked about, seeing it already done, seeing it already taken care of, seeing your whole entire spirit team holding you, right? As you're meditating, lifting you, elevating you, right? So, okay, awesome. So you will be first. And Black Obsidian, I know I keep asking you, what is your real name? And I know that I know you and I asked you this before, but for whatever reason, I keep forgetting your actual name. I keep not associating the two. So, Nicoya. Okay. Thank you, Nicoya. See, I'm so used to many moons. So when I see Black Obsidian, I'm like, I know who this is, but I keep forgetting it's Nicoya. Okay, thank you for being on today. And so it's time to leave this unhealthy situation. Archangel Michael, what parts of my life does it serve my highest good to focus on more closely right now? Thank you for helping me hear your answers and for giving me the courage to make healthy changes in my life. So, for some of us, this unhealthy situation is our mindset, right? I know instantly some of y'all might have thought relationship, job, but Spirit is saying mindset. The unhealthy situation is our mindset. How many times is your mindset presenting you with some BS that's throwing you off your game? How many times is that internal narrative mimicking those that abused you, neglected you, scarred you, hurt you, right? Spirit is saying it's time for us to leave that unhealthiness behind and to be in the energy of who we are, our power, right? Our power. You are powerful, you are divine, and you know it deep down in your soul. You know it. So, this is why we experience things like now, I'm speaking from a spiritual perspective. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional, but I'm speaking from a spiritual perspective. This is the message I'm receiving from Spirit. This is in part one of the reasons why we experience things like depression or anxiety, right? Or high intense stress. It's because we're in conflict with our inner knowing, right? Our soul knows how divine we are. And our mind oftentimes forgets. So it's like this battle within ourselves. And Spirit is saying, release it, leave that unhealthy situation. Train your mind to vibrate at the frequency of your soul, right? Train your mind to vibrate at the frequency of your soul. And the way you do that is when you have that stinking thinking, you do that bait and switch. What's the opposite positive, right? And then instantly shift it, right? Cancel, delete that thought. Literally cancel, delete that thought. And then shift it, right? And you can even snap to solidify it, shift it, What happens when you do that is it just becomes second nature for you to gravitate towards that positive high vibrating thought, that soul center place. It becomes second nature the more you switch. Each time it happens, you cancel, delete, and you switch. It's about training your mind at this point, right? Training your mind. And then be gentle with yourself. Archangel Michael, please guide me in treating myself with gentle, nurturing love in everything I think, speak, and do. Help me to know that I deserve this compassion. I release any feelings of guilt to you so that I may experience lasting inner peace. And that's an amazing way to wrap this up, right? Because in all that you do and all that you're doing, Spirit is saying, I heard be easy, right? Be gentle with yourself. Allow yourself the time and the space to grow. As long as you are actively pursuing growth, don't put a season on it, right? Don't put a visual on it. Just be in flow. As long as you are actively in the energy of developing yourself, shifting yourself, elevating your vibration, taking care of you and practicing self-love, being the giver and the receiver, right? Then you're doing exactly what you're here to do. Just be in flow. Easy, right? Easy. And what I'm saying is like a still lake, right? Where the waves are just gentle enough to lull you into relaxation, right? That conflict is like those seas where it's like you feel like ship's about to tip over and everybody about to drown. And Spirit is saying, we leaving that right here in 2020. We leaving it right here. So yeah. Yeah. Is there anything else? I was just told, tell them to sing the song, This Little Light of Mine, I'm Gonna Let It Shine. Did you guys listen to that last time? I know Spirit said to look it up and listen to it. Also, Ordinary People by Danabelle Hall, listen to that. But Spirit is literally saying just every day, just remind yourself, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. You know what I mean? When you brush your teeth, just hum it, close your eyes. And the other thing you can do as well, when you brush your teeth, left is my dominant hand. So brush with your non-dominant hand, right? And as you're brushing with your non-dominant hand, focus on whether it's shining your light, whether it's I'm worthy, I'm grateful, whatever it is, right? Because what you're doing is you're training your mind. Like your mind is shifting and your mind will be picking up that thought at an accelerated rate, right? So just practice that. Just it's simple. That's like a simple thing you can do. Just brush your teeth with the opposite hand, your non-dominant hand, and focus on a thought that speaks life to you, right? So yeah. So that is the message that we received for Empower Hour. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to serve you and for being here. I'm gonna go ahead and light some sage, and then we'll get into the mini readings. Now, even if you are not receiving a mini reading, I would say stay on if you're able. I say it every week, but you may be on new today. Oftentimes, the messages that are for others will resonate with you, and then Spirit will also give us more messages in between. So, yeah. So I know Nicoya is first. So let's see. I'm just checking to see if anyone else scheduled a reading. Oh. Let's see. You know, when you're rushing to do something, you feel like you're moving even slower. That's how I feel right now. Okay. Okay. So, Nicoya, were you doing a general or did you have a question? You guys, if you haven't subscribed to Black Obsidian, go ahead and do so. Mishan, I don't know if you've started talking on your channel, but I'm just going to tell everybody to go ahead and subscribe to yours anyway, because I have a feeling that eventually you are going to be. So, yeah. General, okay, awesome. So, Spirit, what message do you have for Nicoya today? Okay, so instantly I'm hearing Cardi B singing, I make money moves. That's what I'm instantly hearing when I connect to your energy. I'm being told to tell you to take a time out to look at everything you've created and ask to be guided on what to focus on first. And take a good 30 days focusing all of your attention and energy on that one thing. Also, do some spell work around solidifying its energetic imprint. And that's coming through as the effectiveness, right? The effectiveness. So it's coming through also as like making sure that you are connecting with those that you're called to serve. You know, oftentimes, it's coming through like McDonald's, any and everybody can drive through McDonald's and get poison, right? Any and everybody can drive through and get a burger, right? And so what Spirit is saying is you are to focus on being exclusive to those that you are a vibrational match to, right? And it's not something that you're being called to do outside of just energetically setting that intention, as you're creating, calling in your helpful companions of highest light and love, so that as you're creating, those that are waiting for what you're creating, they are already on alert. Like their spiritual antenna, their soul antenna has gone on alert, and they know that you're coming, right? They know that you're bringing it, and setting the intention that when you are creating and when you are presenting, that those that you are called to serve, that their souls will feel that it is for them, right? So Spirit is telling you to really go even deeper in that energetic realm of creating connections with those you're called to serve. Okay. Okay, how would you like me to put it? Tell me. Okay. So what they're telling me to tell you is Give it a week, right? You've been running specials, put a date on it. Give it a week. Give it a week. Like for the next week, I'm running this special. And after that, take it off special, right? And when you take it off special, elevate your price a little bit than what it was before. What they're telling me to tell you is for you to also get in the energy of what you offer is priceless, right? And when you raise your price, allow your guides to tell you what that price is to be. If that feels uncomfortable, do some energy work around that price, right? And they just said $2, $3, $4. It could be anything. Basically, what they're saying is it could be anything. It doesn't have to be huge, right? Don't get like a thought in your mind of what they're going to tell you to raise it at. The point is just connecting with them and allowing them to guide you. They told me to tell you to stop discounting yourself energetically. Begin creating an energy of solid foundation. Energetically, to those that are aware, energetically, it feels shaky. So it's time for you to build your solid foundation energetically as you're building this house. And then they're saying this house of cards, and they're literally showing me like playing cards, but they're connecting it to the hand that's dealt. And what they're showing me is the hand that's dealt as it relates to those you're called to serve. It's like you have many gifts, many talents, many skills, and like there's a heart, like a queen of hearts. That's for this person. There's a king of. I'm hearing king of swords, although they're showing me playing cards, right? What they say. So basically, what they're saying is you're like the deck, right? You're like the deck, and you have many layers, many levels, right? And there is nothing within you that those you're called to serve will not be able to receive. Very multifaceted. They're telling you to accept this about yourself. And when they're telling me these things, I feel like you know this, but because they're telling me to tell you, I'm telling you because that would mean that there is something within. They're telling you to go deeper. When I'm saying these things, they're saying go deeper. And it's also time for you to start working with lemon. They're telling me lemon oils, lemon pills, even they said even lemon squeeze. Oranges too. They're telling me to tell you to incorporate citric essential oils in your practice. Citric essential oils. And specifically, they're showing me lemons, oranges, and limes. You're also free to just be. You're free to just be. They're telling you just be you. And they're showing me like even more of you. I'm seeing like a holding back, right? Like a holding back. Like you're not being fake. That's not what they're saying, but there's a holding back energy. And they're telling me to tell you just be free to be you. And when they say that, it's like a weight. Like if you take your bra off at the end of the day, you just feel like, or this the feeling that I'm feeling now is like, I don't know if you've ever done this or not, but if you're a woman that's well endowed, do this one day. Just have someone lift your breast and hold them for you. Like do that. I had my ex-husband do that for me one time. Just have him lift it and hold it. Oh my goodness. The feeling of not having breasts weigh you down. And that's how that's the feeling they're showing me is like that. When you give yourself permission to be fully who you are, it's that feeling of just being light and being able to rise in that lightness, right? Lightning and thunder is coming through. The next time there's a lightning or a thunderstorm or a heavy rain or all of the above, they're telling me to tell you go out and do some. They said go out and do some moon work, and they said go out and do some spell work. They're saying spell work for self-healing and for being a channel. And what they're showing me is energy going into your crown and coming in through your body, coming out through your feet, and connecting you to the earth. I heard the mama juju is what I just heard. Mama juju. I don't know if that's familiar with you or not, but what they're showing me is like you have this energy. There's like this presence, and there's like these feet that are like heavy and stumping to the earth, right? And it's more of an energy of heaviness, right? But not heaviness in the sense of we think like, oh, I'm carrying this heavy energy that I'm being called to release. It's like it's power, right? It's power. The rumbling of thunder, right? It's power. It's just power. And that's within you. And this is a past self you that's coming through. I'm seeing you in white, hair covered, and just power. I'm hearing the words rain dance. It's time to incorporate the elements more in what you do. You are definitely someone that'll benefit from grounding in this weather. They said even if you get thermal socks, take your shoes off and ground. Doesn't have to be for long, but just long enough to have that energy come in and for you to feel the elements beneath your feet. Fairies are around you. Fairies are around you. They're waiting for you to activate their assistance. I'm hearing the big dogs. You've been calling on the big dogs, but you've been forgetting about the little people. There's an energy of nostalgia that they are bringing to the table. They like you to be able to connect with your inner child in a way that you are able to incorporate it and utilize it in your practice. Have more fun with life and don't be so hard on yourself. You've been pushing yourself so much, but what they're telling me to tell you is to flow. Stop pushing, just flow. All that critical thinking, let it go. You are very deeply connected, and you know this, but they're telling me to say it again. You are very deeply connected. And they're telling me it's time for you to allow that connection to go even deeper because there's an energy of holding back. Don't be afraid of what comes when you fully let go. Anything else? Okay. I'm going to pull a charm for you. This is for Nakoya. What message do you have for Nakoya from the charm that's going to serve her highest good, that's rooted in hindsight, love, and truth? Oh, look at that. Look at that. So the first thing that they said to me was self-love, right? But they also said that the more you love yourself as it relates to letting yourself go and just be, this is also symbolic of those that you're called to serve, attracting them energetically. Your energies are intertwined, right? And because your energies are intertwined, when you allow yourself to just be free to be you on every channel in all aspects in all ways, that connection will be activated, right? Because it's almost like if you're not being your true self completely, they are only partially feeling your vibration when their soul is responding to that wholeness of your vibration. Let me know if that makes sense to you, because I understand what they're saying. It's like you're holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back. And they're telling me to tell you to get in touch with that energetically, get in touch with that. The minute you stop holding yourself back, you are going to see an influx. An influx. It's just going to be like the gates have opened. I'm hearing like it's just pouring in, like that heavy rain that they spoke about with you. So, anything else? And they said, no, just tell her she got this and we got you. So, you got this and they got you. Don't be afraid. And they're playing that song again. Don't be afraid of the way you feel. When you have feelings, trust them, even the ones that I'm hearing you might normally doubt, or you might normally rather not have to share, say, or talk about. Your messages are not going to always be rainbows and unicorn farts. Sometimes it's going to be that heavier message. So what they're telling me to tell you is let your clients know. Sometimes the messages that come through may be however you would describe when I say heavier message, however you would describe that, they may be, are you open to me telling you any and everything that comes up, because some people, they come to you and they don't really want the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. They like just the pretty version of it, right? The pretty parts. And so ask them before you start. And then Spirit is saying part of your messages are not always going to be that light fluffy. And they're showing me like part of who you are, that heavy energy, that power energy, right? You're able to receive things that attempt to stay hidden. So as you're able to connect to that energy, right? It's your duty to share it because there's so much that is hidden because it takes a powerful worker, a powerful light worker, a powerful spirit worker, a powerful root worker to connect with that, right? In order to deliver it. So this is one of the reasons why Spirit is saying be comfortable in your energy and your gifts in its entirety. There's more gifts coming to the surface as you move into the new year as well. Okay, so that is your message. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. And guys, I can't make it up. 7. We got the number 7 twice before, right? And now it was 7 of you on with 7 likes. Now it's 6, but it was 7 again. So look up 7. Look up 7 together. And so thank you for allowing me to serve you. I'm going to let me know how it resonated with you today, Nicoya. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Nicoya said I've also been considering a breast reduction, so that analogy is interesting. Okay, because yeah, that's what they were showing me. Because I mean, listen, let me tell you. Now, I like the size that my breasts are, but after that, I was like, oh Lord, literally, he just held them in his hands and held the weight for me, and my back, it just felt so like, and that's how they brought it through. Oh, you are so welcome, Michonne. I have a feeling that you will, though. You will. And you got a channel, they could subscribe, and when you're ready to use it, they'll already be there. You're so welcome. So welcome. So yeah, 7. I'm just checking to see if did anyone else plan to get a reading today? If so, let me know. Let me know. I'm gonna take a peek to see. And then I'm gonna actually look up the number 7 while we're on together, so that we can receive it together. So let's see. Hmm. Okay. So angel number 7 is made up of the vibrations and energies of the number 7, doubled and amplified. Number 7 relates to inner wisdom and intuition, contemplation and discernment, understanding of others, inner strength and tenacity, learning and education, empathic and psychic abilities, endurance and determination, spiritual enlightenment, development and spiritual awakening, and your divine life purpose. Number 7 also relates to good fortune. Angel number 77 indicates that you have listened to divine guidance and are now putting that wisdom to work in your day to day life. Your desires and wishes are coming to fruition in your life as a direct result of your actions and positive attitude to life. And the time has come to reap the rewards for your diligence and determined efforts. You are being commended by the angels as your successes are inspiring and uplifting. You are helping and teaching others by being a positive examples for others to follow. Angel number 77 indicates that you are being congratulated and your efforts have been well noted by the angelic and spiritual realms. You are on the right life path and are living and serving your divine life purpose as guided. Due to your efforts, discernment, and good choices, your just rewards are on the way into your life. Your angels ask you to keep up the great work. Angel number 77 is a positive sign and tells you to expect miracles to occur in your life. We can't make it up. What did Spirit say earlier? That we are to expect those things. Thank you so much for the donation, Nicoya. I appreciate you. Thank you. Um, I always get excited when I see it because it shows like different pictures. I don't know. Are you able to select those pictures when you put the donation in, or does it do it itself? But thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you. Nicoya said, I thank my guides and angels and yours. So you're able to select it because that one, okay, awesome. Because I was gonna say it's like it resonates. I am feeling the picture you selected. So thank you. So yeah, yeah. Okay. So it's coming through again, you guys, that how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. And you guys know, after we kept getting that before, I was like, Spirit, what does this mean? What does it mean? And basically, what it's doing is it's asking you, what would you do if you could do anything? This is for all of us. What would you do if you could do anything? Right? What would you do if you could do anything? And then Spirit is saying, while the woodchuck is sitting around wondering what it could do, it could stop wondering and just do, right? Just do. So, whatever you feel you would do if you could do anything, what would that be? Do it, right? Do it. I'm also being told to tell you, even if it's a chunk of it, right? Or a baby step of it, because what Spirit is telling us, it's time for us to put ourselves in the energy of what we're choosing, right? It's like, for instance, I have been saying forever, I'm going to have a sleeve. Ultimately, I'm going to have a sleeve over here. And one day, right before my accident, Spirit just came through and Spirit said, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and start your sleeve. And for me, I was waiting for, like business to increase a little bit more, and I was waiting to be able to get it all done together, all of these little things, how we put things off, and the things we put off, we do it for different reasons in different ways. And Spirit was like, that's kind of lackish. So what are we doing? We in lack or we in abundance? You got it, do it, right? So, yeah, so Spirit is telling us to start, right? Now, I didn't get the whole sleeve, but I added to it. So I'm in the energy of abundance and the energy of creating what I'm choosing. This is a simple thing. This isn't anything major, but Spirit is saying, doesn't matter how simple, how major it is, the message is still the same. When you say, this is what I'm choosing, don't be that old person that's saving your good china for a rainy day. And then next thing you know, that day never comes, a rainy day, it never comes, and then here you are never utilizing your china. Somebody else is going to use it, right? So Spirit is just reminding us to start now, even if it's baby steps, right? So don't feel bad, Michonne. It took me 11 years before I legally changed mine when I was married to my first husband. Was it 11? Yeah, 11 years. 11 years. Because when we got married, I didn't have to change my name. The military gave me my military ID with his name, and I was able to get my license with that name. And you know what I mean? Legally, I was still Nahkila Isha, but everything had his name. So I was just, and then finally I changed it 2 years before we got divorced. I'm like, I done waited all this time. Now, 2 years later, we divorced. Now, got to go change it back. But yeah, Michonne was just saying that. For those of you that can't see the comments, Cheryl asked if Michonne change her username, and she was saying yeah to her married name after 4 years. So Michonne said, "Yes, that's me. I receive it, Spirit. Yes, and so it is, and so it is. Yeah, yeah." So I was just asking, was there anything else? And I'm gonna take this as a sign because for those of you that were on with me in the beginning, I was saying how my spine is hurting. Physical therapy on Monday was pretty freaking intense. And then I also drove my son to school or to work. Yesterday, was it? Drove him to work. And it's not far, but driving hurts. And so today, like everything is on 10. Like I said, I was in bed before. When I came home, I got in bed, took everything off, got in bed and laid down and set my alarm for us to do this. So the fact that there aren't many people signing up for readings, I'm taking that as spirit saying, hello. And so you could lay your behind down and get some rest. Rest your body. So yeah. So but what were you telling me to say? So what I'm being told is expect the blessings and expand on it, right? And so what does that mean? Expect the blessings and expand. Build upon the blessings. Build upon the blessings. What are you saying? Hmm. Okay, so basically what they're saying is when you receive a blessing, sometimes we receive things and then we're in this energy of that was a fluke or that was a coincidence. And I know many of us aren't living in coincidence energy. We realize it's not real, but some may be, right? And what spirit is saying is that is not the case. We've gotten the message to expect blessings more than once today. And so what spirit is saying is as you're receiving these newfound blessings, what you are being guided to do is to take that as a sign and understand that more is yet to come. More is yet to come. Build upon those blessings. Don't ask yourself, can I repeat this, right? Can I repeat this? I had someone that was experiencing like huge shifts financially, and they went into this energy of fear, like, oh no, can I repeat this, right? And so it's normal as we're adjusting and we're shifting and we're making changes in our lives to sometimes have a moment where we're like, wait, did this really happen? And it was super easy. So now we're like, there's no way this can happen again. Spirit is saying it can and it will. Just allow it. Build upon your blessings, right? It's like those tests that we give ourselves to amplify our trust and faith and spirit, right? We'll do little things where we call on the divine to serve us in small ways. And then when we get the results, then it's like, okay, come through spirit. Now we take it up a notch and we keep doing that until we're living and existing in that unwavering faith and knowledge that spirit has always got us and spirit will always show up. So spirit is saying to begin doing that with your blessings, seeing it as you received on the level that you believed, right? And so you're being called to build upon that belief, not doubt it, right? So you're receiving based on what you believe. You're receiving on the level based on what you believe, right? So just keep believing more and more, more and more in all aspects of your life, all aspects. Because when we talk like this, the first thing that collectively I feel is perceived as financial because financially, I mean, finances, it's the way of the world, right? It's how we live. But spirit is saying it's not just that, it's everything, right? Everything. Just experiencing people being kind to you, right? That is wealth. So when you receive that, just build on that and expect the world to be kind. There's actually more good than not. But what we experience is what we believe. And this is why we're shown all the not good so that we can begin believing that that's what the world is, not good, right? The news, social media, all the not good is in our face. And after a while, we just believe, well, that's the majority. But spirit is telling us it is not. It is not. That is just what you're seeing. You guys remember me sharing how my mom and I, we were looking around like, you got a Trump sticker, you got a Trump sticker. Oh, who racist? You racist? And we had literally started experiencing people that would look at us like we had black on our face. Oh man. And then when spirit pointed it out, and we decided right then and there to shift that, we went right back to all the nice people. Like it was crazy. Literally at the top of the hill on the walk, when I got the message from spirit, I shared it with my mom and I was like, okay, mom, I'm shifting this right now. She's like, me too. I kid you not, the very next day, it was back to the smiling faces, it was just a trip that instant. That instant. So spirit is just reminding us we receive what we believe. So yeah. Yes, yes. Michonne said it really is everything, abundance in all areas. Yes. Nicoya said, needed this message. Expand on the blessings that resonates with the message I got from Spirit earlier. Well, cancel, delete, need, beautiful. You don't need nothing. It served your highest good. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. My mom said, I like that black on our face, right? Because I was about to say boo boo on our face. But, that's how some folks perceive black to be. So, me and my off sense of humor. I am your child because you LOL'd it. But yeah. Um, but yeah. So that is it, you guys. That is all that is coming through. I thank you so much for being here, for joining me. Invite those that you feel could utilize the message, invite them. And if you share this on your social media platform, remember when you share it, I will do a drawing on the first Empower Hour of the following month when you share it and tag me. And then you'll be entered into a drawing to win a 30-minute virtual reading with me. So yeah, we're gonna do that through January. We're gonna do it. Last week I didn't know. I was just like, oh, when Spirit tells me, and I just told through January we're gonna do that. So share 4 of these Empower Hours, one a week. Tag me. Okay. Yeah, Cheryl said they want us to manifest negativity. It's true. It's so true. There's an agenda behind everything. You guys, I always say we've seen the Willie Lynch letter. I'd like to see the letter that they've created for us as a collective. You know what I mean? Not just the pockets of the collective, but the whole collective. Because if we think that Willie Lynch letter is something else, oh, I can only imagine the one that was written for the collective, right? And how they are laughing at those people that act like black is a disease because in their eyes those people are on the same level, right? It's not about that. It's about the good and the evil, and we've been tricked, and we're being puppets and we're being led. And so as a collective, some of us have chosen to wake up and see it for what it is. And some of us have chosen to see the good in the world. And as we choose that, that's what we'll experience because we are our own universe. It's like when, what is it that you guys remember when the recession hit? And I've always lived in this energy of it doesn't affect me. Like it does not affect me. None of that stuff that happens affects me because I am in control of my reality. So if I'm in control of my reality, it doesn't matter what's going on around me. I'm not affected by it. And I wasn't affected by it. So Spirit is telling us to be in that faith that you control your reality. So it doesn't matter what's going on in the world. You shall not be moved outside of the energy that you're choosing. It's that simple. The part that's not always simple is getting there. It takes practice, right? It takes practice. It takes recognizing, being aware. This is why meditation and self-reflection is so important. This is why slowing down is so important, because if we're always on the go, then we're not giving ourselves an opportunity to recognize areas of opportunity for us to shift so that we can be in that energy, right? And then once we're there, it's just a matter of staying there. It's just a matter of staying there. And when you in that high vibe state and you're always optimistic about everything, there are some people that call themselves realists that may not like that. They may feel like, why aren't you taking this more serious? Why aren't you taking that more serious? Because the only thing I take serious is my connection with Spirit and what Spirit gives me to live by, to serve by, to share by. Anything else, it ain't that serious to me. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. It's not that serious to me. If Spirit didn't say it's serious, it ain't serious, you know? So, yeah, we're just being called to just deeper connect and just trust and just be in flow and just be. Just be, just be. There's so many people that are looking for you to be in the slums with them. And in the slums, Spirit is saying emotional slum, right? The emotional slums, the mental, the spiritual slums, right? And if you're not there, they are upset. They're upset. You know what I mean? They're upset. And Spirit is saying, they'll get over it. They'll get over it. Stay where you are. And eventually they're going to go from being upset to, There may be something to that. Hmm. If he or she could do it, maybe I can too. Where'd you get all that optimistic? Share some. This tastes good. Okay, now I'm about to go make my own. Share your recipe. So yeah, Spirit is saying just keep being you. That's all. That's all. Yeah, yeah. Yes. Who taught you to hate yourself? Yes, Michonne said the Malcolm X speech starts playing in my head. Right. And Michonne said majorly bombarded. Nicole said I never read the Willie Lynch letter. I will look it up. You have a great night too, Cheryl. You too. But yeah, it's one of those things. It's consider the source. And it's not even just us, right? Those of us that are people of color, those of us, that are experiencing racism. It's not just us that have been taught to hate ourselves, right? All of us have been taught self-hate in some way, shape, or form, right? All of us have been taught fear. All of us have been taught to feel inferior in some type of way, right? And the thing is, we're being called to show up with compassion. Oftentimes you'll hear Black women say things like, well, it was ugly when we had big lips and a big butt or were rocking braids, but now they doing it, right? But if we can take ourselves out of that energy, and if we can connect in the energy of, wow, they were taught to hate themselves too, because they're altering themselves, even though they're looking at me as the blueprint. Not everyone appreciates us as spirits, as souls, as living beings, right? So we're being called to detach from that distraction of, oh, now you want to, Spirit saying, let that go and show compassion. You hate yourself because you're altering yourself to be something that you're not, right? So Spirit is just saying it's time for us to look at things from a different perspective and to not let anyone take us out of our light, out of our peace, out of our compassion, out of our love, out of our high vibrating state, right? We're being called not to fall victim or prey to the distractions that have been placed in front of us. Yeah, because we've all been taught to hate ourselves. When we hate one another, that's hating self when we really break it down. If we are all reflections of the divine, we are all reflections of one another. It doesn't matter if I'm purple, blue, green, glitter. If you hate me, you hate you. This skin don't make us different. Our spiritual beliefs don't make us different. Our gender doesn't make us different, right? We're the same. So when we can love ourselves, we can love everybody, even the ones we love at a distance. We bless your heart. Whatever purpose you here to serve, I'm gonna let you serve it over there. But I know it's a purpose, because if it wasn't, you wouldn't be here. So thank you for your contribution, love and light. Now be gone. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's that, but we're still being called to look at it from that higher perspective. It's a distraction. We've been distracted in so many ways, and some of those distractions have to be done so meticulously, because not all of us are a part of the Walking Dead. Some of us are a part of the woke, but they're still tricking us and reeling us in, right? So yeah, Spirit is just saying, be led, be guided, be mindful, and just remember the vibration of love is the highest one there is, and be there. Again, we don't turn the other cheek unless Spirit tells you to. My guys haven't told me that. My guys said, if you come back, turn. Okay, here we go. This the version you asking for. Come and get it. So, but your guys may tell you to turn the other cheek. There may be a reason for why you're being led to turn the other cheek. I'm Malcolm up in this. So you might be Martin. Even Martin was getting out of turning the other cheek, though. So we evolve. We evolve as human beings. We evolve. The more we connect to our spirit self, we evolve, So be open to evolve. Yep. And that's all I got. That's all I got. Yeah, hate is definitely a strong word, and it's even stronger energy. It's an even stronger energy, but it's not as strong as love. It's not as strong as love. So, yeah, Michonne says, anyone highest love, light, peace, and healing. Ashe. Yes, and so it is. Michonne said, right, come from a place of love and light. Exactly, exactly. So yeah, but I thank you. I thank you for being here and allowing me to serve you. And as we're talking about being the receiver, there was a time where I used to did not ask for this. It was a while ago. I've been pretty good at doing it now, but I'm going to ask you all to send some healing energy my way, please, and thank you. I I'm feeling really beat up today. I haven't felt like crying in a while, but today at physical therapy I did, and I didn't cry. I felt like it wasn't so much like the pain itself. It's more just the constant discomfort. You know what I'm saying? So please send healing energy. I would appreciate it so much. And yeah, I am about to grab something to eat from out the kitchen. I'm about to take this hot sweater off, and I'm about to lay down. Maybe I'll watch a Christmas movie. I don't celebrate Christmas, but I like the movies. Let's see. Cheryl said, I love all the different beautiful skin tones. Yes, yes. Michonne said, I thank you. I love you. I'm so grateful for you, beautiful. I love you too. And thank you. And I am so grateful for you and your energy. Thank you so much. Thank you. And yeah, yeah. And you know what I love even more than the beautiful skin tones? I love all the beautiful energies. You know what I mean? Like, I love all the beautiful energies, all the energies that are vibrating at the different frequencies. Because within that frequency of love, there's so many tones, right? There's so many tones. And so I love the skin tones. I love the frequency tones, the love tones. And, I'm seeing it just like a rainbow and like musical instruments that's forever moving and just creating this big, beautiful picture. But the picture is felt, it's like energetic, right? There is so much love surrounding us. Look at how much we love one another. Look at how much love we give to each other. Like when we come together, it is a big old love fest. It's so beautiful and it feels so good. I'm so grateful for you guys. Seriously, you have no idea. You guys always tell me how grateful you are for me, and I am truly grateful for you. So thank you for being who you are. Thank you for waking up every day and choosing to be on the side of light and choosing to do the work, right? I appreciate you so much. Thank you so, so much. So, awesome, Cheryl. Thank you. Thank you. So I love you guys so much for being you, and I leave you with peace, love, bliss, and abundance. Have a good rest of your night. 656. Look that up, you guys. Look it up. It's 656. Look it up. One more thing I'm going to tell you guys this, then I'm going to go for real. You know what? Last week, I totally forgot that we started a later time now. So when I got off, I was thinking it was still like daylight. I totally forgot. It was like 10 something last time, right? Totally forgot. It was all dark and 10 something. I was like, oh, dang, but the time flies by. It doesn't feel like that. But yeah, the new time is good. The new time is really good. So I will see you next Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Invite some of your friends and family to join us. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.